Hi, fellow traders. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you finished the week strong and you're ready to kick back and enjoy this long weekend. This is Labor Day weekend here in the U.S. The markets are closed on Monday, and Labor Day is a really special holiday for the average American. It's a yearly holiday, and it celebrates the economic and social contributions of the workers of this country. That's the majority of the people that live in this country. It celebrates the contributions of the workers to the wealth, strength, and well being of the country. Actually, how well the workers are doing is a direct reflection of how well the economy is. If the workers aren't happy, if the workers aren't participating in the economy by spending money, then they're going to look at the economy as being bad. And we may be looking at going into a recession. So we're very, very important. And I still consider myself a part of the labor force. I still get up and work. I still do my part. I'm trying to be a part of that 1%, but as we all are probably. But right now, I'm still a laborer, and this is still my holiday. This is one of my holidays. I got Labor Day, Veterans Day. You know, I love my holidays. So it actually, this is what I used to teach my students about it. Um, I like to teach them about all the holidays so they would have some good legitimate reference to it, and it's not just a day where they get out of school and you could cook out and all of that stuff. It's a whole lot bigger than that. But it originated from the labor union movement, and more specifically, where the labor union lobbied for the 8-hour workday, where you would work for 8 hours with the typical 9 to 5, then you'd have 8 hours for recreation, and then 8 hours for rest. And that would equal to 24 hours in a day. And so I always thought the 8 hours of rest came from the medical field at first, but actually the 8 hours of rest originated from this movement. And then I guess the medical people caught on later. But the first Labor Day holiday, it was not a national holiday. It was just a holiday that was celebrated in New York City back in 1882. So, and from there, it just kind of built up from that. So, just a little interesting history lesson for you guys to start this off. So, for Labor Day, we are having a couple specials. This one just reincarnated the Roadmap to Success special. 6 months, all access to the live trading and education room, all access to live classes, all of our live classes, all of the video library. You get an hour of one-on-one mentoring with me every month. You can break it up 15 minutes a week, 30 minutes every 2 weeks, or 1 hour every month. It's up to you. This is a membership. It's not a subscription. It's not going to be regenerated. You have to actually become a member again, once your membership expires. And that's all on you. It's no automatic anything. I've practically gotten away from that. So, where are we now? We just finished the not broken part of the roadmap, where we worked on some very serious issues. We're moving into the day trading course. This is where we really start to look at and dissect the strategies, all of the moving parts. By now, you guys should be at a point where you can understand and you can start to implement some of these things. I'm a firm believer in the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And then when I was in engineering classes, when we had to design things, to solve a problem. While everybody was trying to come up with all these elaborate designs, I could whip something out in no time. Simple, consistent, very little moving parts, and I would wear them out every time. And it used to drive them insane. All of the students that I would compete against. Sometimes it would drive the teachers insane because they were saying, well, we want to see more. This is too simple, but it gets the job done. My trading strategies are simple, but they get the job done. We make money. The same strategies I teach, those are the strategies that I trade every day. So we're going to really dig into them. And that's what's coming up next. Toward the end, we will move into the swing trading class, but right now we're starting the day trading class next week. This is all part of the roadmap to success. You get all of that. You will never, ever have me come to you saying, I've got this new class, you guys can buy it for X amount. Once you're a member, you get everything I have for free. I'm not going to come back and charge you for anything. The only thing you would ever have to pay for again would be another membership if you so choose. But that's it. So for you guys that never want to pay another membership again, I have a lifetime membership option. You guys, if you are one of those that are fixated on time and trying to get everything out of this before your time runs out, and let's say life happens, and there are times where we may have to take a break, and you're in the middle of your subscription or your membership. We're not doing subscriptions anymore. You're in the middle of your membership, and you have to take a couple months off, and then you come back and you only have like a month left. It's frustrating. So this option allows you to stop and start for as long as you shall live, as long as we both shall live. You can start, stop, come back. If you only have time to watch the videos, the new videos, and you don't have time to come in the room at some point, if your job changes and you're going to be working 6 months, you don't have to worry about ever losing time because you never have to renew. It's going to be here the whole time. So that's an option for you. It's $7.99. Plus, you get an hour of mentoring time as long as we both shall live. So with that said, this is not something that's going to stay open or stay up. Once I get enough to where I don't feel I could, take anymore, it's going to come down. Just like in the past. Once I hit a certain number, I have to take it down. I want to make sure that I'm able to give all of you guys everything that you need to be successful. So if you're already a member, if you're a roadmap member, or monthly, and you want to take advantage of this, just get with me. You can use whatever you paid so far. You can use that as a credit toward this. So just get with me and we'll be able to work it out. All right, so let's take a look at what I did today. That's what's important. Dell, this was a very, very good opening range breakout. To you, the guy that said I go short or that I short and he doesn't, I go long too. I don't just short, I go long as well. It just depends on the market conditions and depends on what the market gives me. I would be more than happy to go long. Okay, more than happy. So in order to make money in this market throughout the different and changing market, you're going to have to learn how to go both ways. Okay, I know some people lead you to believe you don't, but you're gonna have to be able to go both ways. You're gonna have to be able to trade different strategies, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But this was a really good opening range breakout. Did not hit my last target, but I do scale out along the way at strategic points. They're already predetermined. When I get in, I already know where I'm getting out, and I already know where my stop is. It's not something I'm figuring out as I go. Now, once I take my second profit, I do have the option of, if it starts to come in, kill it, or just let it come back and see if we're going to get a bounce. Now, I do have that option, and it really depends on what the market is doing at the time. And I really thought we were going to bounce here. Honestly thought we were going to bounce. It did trigger and set up, but it was just a fake. And thankfully, I didn't add to this because I would have been stopped out anyway. But this was just a product of the market conditions at the time. I thought it was ready to turn around. It wasn't. And, we didn't catch that last piece. But very, very pleased with it. And as I told you guys last night, as I told you this morning, you get what you can by 10:30. You might as well pack it up. Unless something major happens, I was done. Now, the market did, create some interest here. Where is it? Oh, right here. Nope, wrong one. I don't have the chart. Hold on a second. I'll get it for you. I will get it for you. All right, here it is. All right, so this is what piqued my interest here. After 10:30, we started to get the market rolling over. And this was a really good move. I don't usually jump in on the first wash. I like to see a bounce. And it confirmed to me that we're going to continue to wash out. And after this, we got the bounce, but I did not engage because look at the volume. You see what happened to the volume? Look at the candlesticks. The volatility that we saw here was gone. So it was like if you rolled the dice and jumped on it initially, you caught the move. But we were looking at TVIX. If we were going to get a strong sell-off like we typically get sometimes on Fridays, I would have been all over it. And that was, what I told you guys to look for, or what I would be looking for on the rest of the day. And it just didn't happen because you see the volume went away and it just was not a tradable event. So you got to be careful, especially when you're looking at trading the volatility indexes. TVIX, we did a class or two on it where I kind of really explain what it is. It's not an ETF, it's an ETN, exchange traded note. So it doesn't own any underlying assets. It specifically follows the volatility index. So if there's no volatility in the market, it doesn't matter whether the market's jumping around or doing whatever it's doing. If there's no volatility in the market, you better stay away from them because they will chop you out and you will lose your money. But that's kind of what happened today. And this is the only reason I stayed engaged, through lunch and was looking after lunch because I was waiting to see if this market was going to dump. But it just never did. So ended the week on a pretty good note. After what happened at the beginning of the week, I feel a little bit better now. All right, so we can see the SPY here. It did test this level. Remember, we were looking at this yesterday. I was talking about if it gapped up, if it opened on a gap up this morning over this. If it holds, we'll be looking for a test of new highs. If it didn't, we were probably going to pull back to this ascending support here. We were going to stay in this channel. But as this is closing up and getting tighter and tighter, it makes it less tradable. So this has to move. At some point, it's going to have to break above or below. But it didn't hold today. Monday morning, I think, is going to determine where we go. If we open lower and we start to sell, I think we're going to come back to hitting the support. So we'll see what goes on. Now, one thing that I didn't have on this chart are the moving averages. And these legitimately play a part in what's going on here. So you can see the 50 is sitting right on this level here. And it's hit it once, twice, 3 times. The 50 is still here. And it rejected it. But this time is a little different. The 90-day and the 20-day is holding support here. So this is why Monday is going to be critical. Is this going to hold support, or are we going to sell through it like we have been all through this time? So we'll, that's what my eye is for Monday. And I told you on my swing, Roku, the last bit, I was looking to take it off today, but if it gapped up and it held, it should have hit my final target. So either way, I was going to be out of it today. Or if it came back and the market pulled back, I would take it off. So you can see it closed below yesterday's high. So it closed red on the day. And that triggered me to take profit here on Roku. So this was the last piece that we had on the swing that we started Monday. So we took out, we locked in 1024.43. Yesterday we locked in 904.93, and the first cover we locked in 1968.70. So 38.98. What's that? 38.98.06. Not bad for a week's worth of work. 38.98, 06. So this is why I like swing trading a lot. You don't have to put a whole lot of effort in it. You see, we just build our watch list every Sunday. Those guys that are locked in swing trades, they're going to do this every day. I just build a watch list on Sunday, and I look to execute it earlier in the week. Because these are short-term swings that I look anywhere from 2 days to 5 days. I want to be out of it. And this is an ideal scenario where I get in on Monday and I'm done on Friday. And we locked in 38.98. We actually made more on this swing trade than I made all month day trading. So this is why, even though I don't do this full time, I do it part time. I love day trading. I love the challenge. I love the discipline that it forces me to have. I love everything about it. But, this is why we advocate having more than one discipline. Some people may trade stocks, but then they do options as well. They may swing trade options. Day trade and swing trade options. But you want to grow to develop to be able to do, multiple things. But it takes time to get there. You can't do this right off the bat. It was about 2 years before I really started taking some good swings. So I had to grow to that level. But we've done pretty good this month. DXC. We traded this, but this only lasted a couple of days. But it was really nice. We did get the move. We just didn't get the follow through. So we were still able to lock in just over $2,000. Even though the market rolled over and crapped on us, we still were able to lock in profit. And so it's another short-term swing. So just know that this is the progression. That's why swing trading is on the back end of the roadmap to success, because you gotta get the discipline down. You gotta be able to execute. It's even more important for swing trades because you're gonna have to let go. When you get in a trade, you're gonna have to let go. You can't sit here and look at it and give blow by blow commentary on it. You set it and you forget it. You walk away. And that allows you to do the things that you want to do. It frees you up. All right, so this week, you can see we started out bad. And, this is an okay day in terms of losses, but it was bigger than this. We did have a good trade later on after I kind of got my head screwed on straight. But, this is, whenever I see this, I know that there's something wrong. I may not know right at the time, or I may not know it when I'm going through it. But looking at that, I know something's wrong, and I have to go back and do my reflection. And we'll go back through it and try to figure out what's in my mind, what was on my mind. And you guys know that 30 grand mark was on my mind. I was so close to getting it that I tried to do it all in one day. And then on Tuesday, I tried to make back what I lost. And then with that mindset, this is what happens. You're a train wreck. So I had to change things around and understand, okay, look, the 30 grand, that goal is done. It's out the window. I can't get it this week. So let's bear down, let's focus, and let's do what the market's going to do. You saw Wednesday. If you missed it, go back and see the recap. That video recap is here. And I didn't press anything. I took what the market gave me, and it turned out to be a nice home run kind of day. But I still didn't get happy. I still came back Thursday, still came back today with a level head, just focusing on maximizing what the market is giving me. And ended up green this week. Only by $473, but green nonetheless. $3,074.53 we locked in for the month. Again, that swing trade on Roku this week, ate this for lunch. But it's not bad considering what I was doing to myself. But look at this. I'm glad I disconnected from this number, because when if I had looked at this today, I damn well would have forced another trade some kind of way. $1 and some change away from 30 grand, my target. Don't you think I would have gone in trying to get a $10 trade just to get over 30 grand? That's how the mind works. And that's why I have to separate this. Now I did have a goal for this account for the end of the year. And I did. I'm not gonna activate it. I'm not gonna pull it up. I'm leaving this thing alone, and I'm just gonna trade what the market is gonna give me, and just stay level-headed and continue on. That's what I want you guys to do, and I have to do the same thing. But every time I get messed up and get out of sync, you guys learn the same lessons from me that I learned from myself. So that's the beautiful thing about this, I believe. All right, and then the equity curve, we're still going in the right direction. I thought we were going to have another one of these. but we pulled it out. Level-headedness, not changing up everything, just staying focused on the job at hand. That's all it took. All right, guys. So this weekend, I'm looking at starting some free mini webinars I'm posting on YouTube. I'm gonna try to record it this weekend, see if it works like it's supposed to. If it doesn't, it may be delayed for a minute, but I want to do that, and we'll do some more live streams here in the coming month. Now, I wanted to just focus and not try to do anything extra. Just focus on this month, get through this month, and September we can start getting back to business. So that's the plan. That's what I'm looking for. All right, guys. So you're up to date. Don't forget about the specials. The link is going to be in the description. Once it goes away, that link's going to be dead. When you go to it, it's not going to be valid. So that's how you know that it's gone. I'm not going to give a running total. I don't do that. I don't have time to go through and do that every day. This weekend, I'm going to have fun. We're going to party. I gotta drink some salt water and all of that good stuff. So, but once it's filled, that link's going to be dead. That's how you're going to know. So you guys be safe. Enjoy your long weekend. And I will catch you guys next week.